Southern Railfan is the place for amazing videos of all types of trains. Southern Railfan, subscribe today.
Okie dokie, before we skip over to Moodytown and check out some trains and a new friend, I want to thank Paul, a friend of the channel and a personal friend of mine from Italy, for jumping in and replacing the Bofang radio that got waterlogged when the Train Tracker 2000 decided to take on some water. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. I really appreciate that. It's going to make it a lot easier for me to try to track some trains down. And talk about the Train Tracker 2000. Come to find out, I'd bought that truck from a sheriff department up in Coshocton, Ohio, many moons ago. And they had some radio equipment and some undercover type equipment on the roof around the luggage rack. And they had refilled those holes with some rubber grommets. And over the years, those have dried out and cracked. And I was standing on the Train Tracker 2000 making a video sometime last year, and it had made a divot or dent, whatever you want to call it, on the roof, and the water was collecting in that and of course running right down through where those replacement grommets had cracked. So that was what was causing that. So got it all fixed. I've welded up some holes on the roof there, so hopefully that won't happen again. So as soon as I get the phone back, we'll be right back to where we were. So let's zip over to Moodytown and watch some trains. Okie dokie, our first train at Moodytown was early this morning, and we got to catch Southbound M693. Okie dokie, before we caught train number 2 today, we got to meet a new friend at Moodytown. This is Justin McMahon. Now, I've seen some of his stuff posted on one of the Facebook groups I'm a member of and kind of knew of him, but I've never met him in person. Wonderful to be able to talk to him. I love talking to people at Moodytown and listening to their stories and finding out just how much stuff we all have in common. Now, Justin is a member of the Spruce Pine Fire Department. And for many of you that know, I spent 35 years in emergency services, so we had quite a lot to talk about while we were waiting on Southbound M653. So let's check that train out now. Just make sure I don't get in your way if you're going to film or anything.
No.
Okay.
Oh, you're good.
Okie dokie, our next train over at Moodytown is going to be northbound M652. And I'm going to use that as a segue into talk a little bit about some pretty scary and pretty ugly rumors as far as CSX on the old Clinchfield subdivision, which is what we filmed there at Moodytown. The rumor is that M652 and M653 have been abolished. In other words, they won't be running those trains anymore. And I usually don't say anything at all about rumors and stuff on the channel because you never really know whether they're true or not. So there's no sense in trying to spread something on that you don't know about. But I've had some fairly reliable sources talk to me about this. And the most reliable source I've got is thinking that M652 and M653 will run the rest of next week, and then there'll be no more. And along with that, on the Charlotte subdivision, M491 and M492, which they don't run by us, that's Charlotte East trains and back to Charlotte, same thing. They'll run next week and they'll be abolished. So if it's true, that's really going to affect the channel. But most importantly, I worry about how that's going to affect the guys we see going by. Now that'll obviously take care of, get rid of a train going south and going north. So if you're a prayer, keep those guys in your prayers, and we'll pray not so much that the trains come back, but that it won't affect their livelihood in a negative way. So that's all I know about those trains, and for the people that's been contacting me, I'm not trying to withhold any information. I'm giving you all the information that I have. So now, got that out of the way, let's skip over and check out Northbound M652. Sweet. Okie dokie. Hope you enjoyed that video. We got 3, and that's pretty good. And we want to make sure we thank Paul in Siena, Italy. Thank you very much for the radio. And Justin, it was very, very nice to meet you at Moodytown. I'll be back out trackside tomorrow, see what I can come up with. See you guys then.